not it. Inti eno contribute to MPP for almost a so ye den. Asante mamu na wonya vote wo. Ekwan ahe ne ye wa asante mamu nti yen sese. Wo ye bi ma yen. Na nya bebi a wonya usika wo. Bebi a odidi wo yen na odo sika bebi eto. Na wo koye obi dia wo no ne region ye mo aka se o region we dia wo kwa ya ye omo kwan bebre enso so omo vote no so kwan this year. Na wo ba asante na ka chen asante dia mo dia ne mo ase dom party ha ne ye te wo nti ye ne ye sema mo fa kom enkoda. Enemrimu. Ebi enemu menye enye sa. Enti that is it. A mistake na ye. Enti yem dem catch us say ye hu ahi.
Yeah.
Ye hu ahi
po bi obetimi ayi ahu hie na free ho.
Ehie free wo de edo abehye nkrofo mu.
All right.
Asante for businessmen e wa ha no mu say omo ankasa de omo businesses 2016 e de bua ye party. Kohwe akra. So ati ase. De bia che wa kulu omo sa, wa kulu omo down sa. Obe kulu omo down for how long? Obi tone japade de be bua because odo party no.
Yeah.
Ne na nanomo dia into obey bibia dia ma. But Ashantis no, there's something about us. Tribalism yenim. Politics yedo. Nenso so open the business. Into say wo can business ah. And fan wo say eye ne papa dia obeja to ho. Obeka say ye ne yenhwe. Businessmen so anka kan bia. The wealth, the strength of Ashanti a gift. Utan omo na utan ye kwa. Yankopon wache obia or region there and the so ne there and so Asante eba ne business and trade ne won keka ho dia o hira yan in a way media minim enti no no so nya so a oche enti wo bo say Ghana ha yeso person ye show o so ya Asante na je so ye show won za dia na o ye show won za dia no
Asante for the show
on show aha ono dia o sika masa
we masika su
obema su ama so ho ato mo o ba dia na otimi ye ya wo nkwa na ye jam mu ho. So the businessmen have said kokas and papa chire wo mo omakoma anto amu yem so ati ase e na wo mu hu o mistake awa ye na da che kwa ode ne beba so into one compare obi a why obeti sade we yase ya enti ba omi ade ode ne baye na so ode ne baye no o ma ne kokasa bebre 2016 elections o ma ne kasa bebre dem say ye sebi ase ebuo no o ma ne ko gina ha ye court na ono bebre nanim baye te say ono na party ne ye ne dia obenya atumi a wo de be o ya be de chire kodi echire satam na o kasa ma yaji tumi yaji awie sesi ya de o de mekase ye kase da na onu mu say elite theory president bia won crofo ne o mo fa adwen elite every country president bia with the elite is not the vice president enti wo vice president obetumi etufo oni peko ne ho no mo fa adwen enye vice president there be at that point no there untumi usuro onya so wenimu na oso awie a opposition dey no beto nsa didi onya so awie pe oye abedi echire you are done
stay where you are
meanwhile so no so na wo use nanim ni na de koye bebriama ne ho NDC for just edu point be NDC kro mo attack eye bahomia pe no mo attack no ento so wa chechire nsa egu echi ontumi nya hwe so that is a problem and am so some head kon akodoto onu podo ye lucky nema bi wo ho no mo de kire ne boss a na waji atum but what should the list in the checklist or ideas be ya the boss GB tum ne aka no so wan ya tum so on timi nje odie ni na asa e wo say ogibi so enti na me so wa saman kon akodoto enti ono aso timi hu say me ideas kakra me de ma wa ogi ye kwa no esombo enti ene ne aka no so betumi aboa minya ene na me so wa ma no kon akodoto
anyway research and the metia ne say 1.3 and kwesi adwura ne mpotem ho and a P by say about 1.3 of them.
Yes.
And na a use just tribalism. A year.
1.3% of the population in the Tribal Ashanti region.
1.3.
And by year 2,000, 3,000.
A part of the region.
Yes. Only about Mpimni and Pimienu. Asa why should the whole population of 10 million? Insignificant. Just a nipan and funny home.
I see.
Kasempache Asante for Kasempache stronghold. For the first time, NDC for 30% said, yeah, Omunya 33, Omunya Yanya into so, Ashanti region. Omunya Yanya into so.
Right. My young is saying, Yenshre, and they are yeke, where the Kaka, how will you sell him then? Because, see, that's the perception. Say, Bahumia, when he, Sebio,
Enye Bawumia na ne ho ahi ye MPP for na ye ho ahi.
MPP nyina na ho ahi.
Ye ni na ye ho ahi. Nti me kɔ efegiase a me efegiase fo nko do mo ye madom Nyankopɔn hyira mu ne asokɔ ne efegiase fo. Me ye third term normally o kɔ third term a vote suit o kɔ first a ekosro 70 something second na etiko me konya 64% uche mudu a insiane echirewe. This time I'm probably the whole country. I'm the only MP in third term me call 74 point about 75%. We call by 11% up. Nipa beto abama me. Mimpo no me call president last 2020 onya 69%. This time around me free 64 call 75 ono so free 69 about 72.
Okay ono so call nanim
mimpo no me call rounds no me nsa dem nsa yem kotodwegu for me patcho se boni bi esi bia yemba mesese mfa nche me na nanu moti ho ne krofo ne to me se mfa nche me o de obi aye oboni o boni no free police station ne kitwa no ho ne wo abua konkontiba se enyi anti edi free police station na enyi na bobo ne kese so bi ewo constituency ne kese so eto aso no ewo region na ebiom sa edide so inverted pyramid edide so eco national eco appointments so at here so everybody is responsible so I'm responsible. That is why I me pay obi a obedi party anymore one ho brase a obedi because ebi wo ho no ma chopper here on problem. I dear friend is sorry. I'm sorry.
Ne kan din.
Ne kan enye as simple as it is. And na o council so a obi betimi aye bibi o say kafra.
O de ma me ka say mi sure.
Today bia me manu kra obo say tu ayade na ma me du fi aka chejewa. Kafra de wo be no na ba ko say wa chamami adadi hwe ha waka kafra no akwala no potimi hu say vim nim but the way obeka no could show say wa come
how deep and how sincere
exactly
okay
sincere you are. So I want the kind of sincere personality onya bone a wako ya to ne da ye nim de ndisi fo aka afa no ho bibi omu meka ho ye na omo aka de minim de hye atontro ho minim de hye ase afi no mu do mbeba na bi dukadam de be pie wo ho no kwa benu ho
okay
into any experiment into this is what I'm saying sir. For me I think sir and can once come contest Bawumia because see Ashanti region one last election me ba me catch you say Bawumia is going to win because Ashanti so per wasema you are finished. The luck of Bawumia is Ashanti region and na Edeneko na me surprise say they be also the running mate ebeko Ashanti omo contest ni na say Ghana de na a state Ashanti kokon nti Ashanti wo ko voter prempe wo ho wo ko North prempe wo ho wo ko Fantia prempe wo ho ye kokon nti na at the end of the day ye kotena bebia nti ye din wo bebia nti na twi ko bebia no opa wo mpo ahobrase mu e ko bebia no pacha wate ase nti no say at the end of the day Ashanti no ono no why na adwen say ono de okwa o de Ashanti but omo ye contest no obi aso ofi Asante so ati azie
obi aso ofri ha
enti no anano de no se na si abibesi na Ashantis no mo ye be 7 say 8 alamu akoto efiye mu mo obi a but still
Bawumia
ye kofa Bawumia
alright
sisi ya no edo no krampo ye mo ni suba na age no because Asante ni no wo hum so ohwew na wa hobrase ye na ubu ade a na ope wasema onhwe ne baabi a free ba na so hu ba ko pe na ankleke a o de ofri efegiase a opa ko ahafo o meka the same thing o ko bosomhwe obegin say the obi aye radio akachi obi a sa na wote so hu ba ko na ope wasema eye no na aboa Bawumia o ma hu so obu ade o wa hobrase eno na ama Ashantis brought him the last primaries and nothing has changed.
All right. Ye ne de si but finally mebusa ne se ye a mo a se enuanom ade na ato no bia pre but nkasa na aya mo ka wa bontin no it empowers your opponent. Last elections and will be and the biggest opposition then NDC for Gina Swa omude campaign do
no omo nya de NDC for me NDC na say oh ye enemies one
yeah
every probably politicians their best friends are in the other side of the parties.
Literate you.
Yes, it's true.
We
are only opponents. Ekoyi Minister of Defense and as Ekoyi Minister of Works and Housing, if I'm MPP. Yeah, the reserve player. Reserve player doing a finkra or on the party. So the enemies are there, not on my side.
All right.
And mo kasano, oh man a weapon. Now, ono politician, oh man a weapon. So be use it here.
Definitely.
Now kaso be diagram.
Definitely.
Oh, only you fine, only the you fine, your business, only the baby bibi. Amasa about to me, will be all left to right. That makes us principle.
All right. All right.
Yes, Uncle Kani Party as Uncle Movie so mon boom. Mo be yes so mo won ma bebre mo be kan e ka mo boom nti. But e ba to me left, right. And I know the I kan ye no. Ye be sesen. The o kan e bia no wa ye kom na o troto. Nti is not the NDC's fault. It is you.
That's why I say
weaponize him.
How will you deal with these things?
Because on the issue?
Yes.
Say na me catch us say ubetumi okwa men kodi atem.
Okay.
Koka de ubetumi aye.
Right.
Minie metimi aye say my say da montuma me say koka de ubetumi aye men kohwe de amansan ni san no a oso ntakrache na wo de wani akwa sign no ntino esan say okosuru ntino wo ba be keka nsem uwi a mse me yanis ni a me fa video na me show na me record it atemu da beba me use it ate na mo use ebiti a election time no radio station any information centers won kronki to no mo bo atem did ye private de onko 40 won na so abufuo no na ye mo wankasa ho aye
mo na de akoma wo
na wasan so de akoma wo mo so that is the issue at stake enti so do party na ana delegates etie me no muntuntia obia obabo obidin ebe say no na monka nkire onu akono se eho na mama munsuro eno de eba de anka mo betimi akase ene yenkofa Rollins de ni bi o say positive defiance ene de eba de amonkofa eno de eho na no maka kire ne say masa usubanti sisa member attack obia wa ha constituency executives no munye bold unya buy your cross your person no munye de wo ho no mo bejai one say chese money brave for to me nti mo ma obia mekeka mi keke no nko the responsibility no e was afo no enya obi o na enya obi so wo sika odi o so wo sika ye bebusa ya ho say wo sika no ana no aye frɛ adopt a polling station 2016 ahe na wo adopt ye so wo sika nka yen ko adopt ana okay 2016 yes obi am for 500 Ghana na yen kan 5 million adopt a polling station amount for do musika be adopt me say if you say obi timi adopt 10 5 sa o na wo sika na wan fa usika mba ama ye anye ni na untimi mfa usika nye party enye wo die enye papa de enye wo japade o de usika ni na ya na wonim bebi obenya osika wo we wo buy beba say we be make sure say dream ne we say na wom enti de ono ye politics no be so much say I have it is I and I have be careful of that person oba obetenika I'm telling you o man ko to ne jajapade 2 obeba beti 4 sa 4 no obeti no we be deprive the resources to the other people because I need to get my money back so the great politicians of all times Nkrumah he wasn't a rich guy.
He was
rich in ideas.
Yes, resourceful.
And resourceful. Yeah. You know what I mean? Buzia. He wasn't a rich guy. He was intelligent.
Yeah.
So I say Mahatma Gandhi's and the rest of them. They were not rich ideas. Great men, no. They didn't boast of their wealth. That ideas a complex. Inferiority complex. Yeah. You want to be seen. O pese ye hu. Nti ene ye kase wo sika. Na okoye sa so on be kire wase yo. On be buza wase na na oba na etisen oba to mi no ekosi sen. On be sesen ama.
Dr. Ayu Afriye Medasi. Thank you very much for your time this evening. Medasi enti Dr. Nana Ayu Afriye aye MP4 Asokore ene Fijasi Asokore ena otese o kasa no. Ono ewo Dr. Mahmudu Bawumia enso echi na chese de etie eno no nti na de etie no ya ba straight away na afa ye de ene ede no ahyehye so na ye di enkomo aha na ensem bebiri wo ho ya yebedi eho enkomo anwumre yebenya daje so na yedi because abejafo no mienu wa hadada mienu no so e wa ha no the two opposing parties omienu na e wa hanum sei ene anwumre enti mekasa ene anwumre Solomon Anane Ashanti Regional Executive Member of the National Democratic Congress ono ewa ha sanso ena ora Henry Yao Ado Ojaba ene friend of Western North Regional Communications Director at the New Patriotic Party ono so ewa ha yehwe nim ese Mr. Joseph Amoasi Movement for Change Obeba Abekansa ena afe Professor Smart Sapon Director Research Innovation and Development Kumasi Technical University ono so ebeba abekayensa ene enwumrei but yebesha se ewa ha ansana omo ba sa tu ni ba omo douse the flames that is ekoso ewo studios ha but I'll still will be able to contain the fireworks because no matter what I have to contain it na juma enokre na yahwe said eti mama makwaba Harry
yeah me
good evening
yeah good evening
na ho ye de
boko ke odi
ye de nyame asepa solo
menia
boko de
nyame adom ya ho yi
sa boko se ya
so
I don't feel you I shall say boko se ya
maybe a JP we feel is one me buy na me can say me akotina de nyame wa so nim se nyankopon de odon ho to no so a de na di boa ne bi wi
itiye nyame adaroma o ti de nyame onti amekum
depi kaneno nanka mti da ban
ka na da ban
sa ban na o te na emrehu aban na me dan no ai musie ana me de ko de nyame
anyway
but na me ye sure so mo mti da ban no aban we o de ho to no so ke odi ma feel o say the area tie kwa si o mo fe ya beba
sanity anyway na yen share yen komo twetwe na se na nipa mienu na aka no e rekora dem wa se mura Mr. Joseph Amoanya medru ha ono kwa de ko bantem
de bia me ba na wa
baba na ko ha
perhaps I'm say BBS
anyway maybe let's hope and see say no yen share se na yen share se enfem free the president's engagement with the media. That is where we are picking it from. And enyumri na yasha se also edi free honum se ene nano eno mampani ene central for titru wamam war and crime ene nempotem ho enya nkitahudie na odin sema hodo bebre etudwa solo mamisha se mfem free ho one bone of contention was the fight against Galamsey amafo bebre etwene srene abasa de anu ya omampani de bae efa se obibusa se owo position na oka senka yen declare state of emergency tinkawa beya still ane kwanye din ka on declare state of emergency but wasi o declare enyeye so amanfo raise an issue with is it being say omampani enye truthful with us because now him say declare enyeye why were you insisting say then president should declare the state of emergency?
Ba minchia na minchia etiefo anyumre o magibre etie. Echie modin enkoma krora. Ochikoko so opemso na na ibu ni ani aboyim. Ye gidi ye say echie modin biem so nkoma mampanyin John Dramani Mahama. Se de bia meka no. O wadwempa mo man Ghana. Tinyame ma no yokodro ho. Ye party mpanifo wasante mantamwa akokwa showboy dia man no Dr. Mwakohene oboy
Professor
akokwa showboy
oh okay
in fact oboy juma ye regional chairman Augustus Andrews regional friend na kwasi chairman of Brazil in fact open real definition of nipa leader to me ensesanwa na kwasi one he's down to earth baby will be an upper here no party for nyina Mabai Mintimin Casabra, my sector minister, Honorable Nate George, Sam George, Minchiana, Minister for Communications, and my administrator, Rashid Tanko Computer, Omina HL. By extension, all workers of GIFEC, the GDA say, Gutahudino, Sanity. na ke we do ni bi eyeme ahonhoaho a ene enije se me dom amanyuku a ye friend NDC na ye man panyini awada ya no eye His Excellency John Dramani Mahama because when him say so for tia sorry them awoni asori man dey asori sika want me nye open forum. I hope so him say.
Of course, yes.
Because when you say
or
ye open forum eja beto asori dem mo. And penifo bebre ntime engage media. Not because of most media no. But because of him say niema akoso mpempen wo man nim no. So case we share some trade for be the floodgates. And this man penny betina kunya so na in less than a year, 9 months down the line. Timi kase Ghana some trade for maba. And penny say the old chasano. Aya no nim se na chia. And timu share me near obia per free range. And is it for the first time people who were personally in the room no much them no. Your man kofa kwenya from outside the Accra, our Mantimiamba to communicate to the president via phones and what have you. Now, journalists are called them representing Munina. I think we saw all, shakes off the representation. I did back what you made there. Take home, I'm the coffee. I know I'm me die. I know young problem, but damn me, next level and the same. Omo bisa questioning now, not a single person. And I can say, within the 9 months of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama administration, no, keta se share pro ye dribi debi akoso inti bisa hwasem. That is instructive. Momo se mama pen John Dramani Mahama. Amam won sanity. This all ye panyini. Na anu amanyofo no, mo de pepe yo ebu maina sa neba. Indeed, I was listening to the questions one after the other, and no question bordered on corruption. And that tells you, said this administration is being meticulous. By way, something right. Agana Fope. John Dramani Mahama demonstrated to the good people of this country that he's on top of issues. What answers are on my, and to be very honest with you, he was being frank and candid. In my personal opinion, one friend to or can someone send it na mijidi say the broader spectrum of Ghanaians it's here no. The questions were many and varied. You say who be there's a now the center on one thing that it tells you by and large the president did exceedingly well or born homody. And there was a commodity now ne answer or the Galamsey
says one of the trump cards of campaign.
Yes. Wouldn't how passionate I am. Okay, come on. But a near my be so come on. Ghana for an year Juma 60 years I savings akoto bonds. Ne be wo no muso munye sika ntwa do kra no. Na by empirical evidence e bi wu koye. Na still na be hwese na yenso a yakai ye that it is saying, but you see, all those problems subtly have been solved. When Bakwana Muniso, South one and no go home, and you say, Penny be a bar, yes, soon what ye. And in a sense, Munti beam. DDEPO sort
domestic debt, your friend saying, restructuring what
exchange program
was
an albatross. Nippenny be done no more that. No more how
we better say a number son yena a retro ye and a tria it was the president got to do with that one.
No quarry.
No correct.
Peter. A prudence in governance.
So the time was not due. I don't know what peace can the man
say prices of oil, CDA no wire ding, and your policy be or the buy. You were suffocating. It was clear. Say, Nigeria personal and for you are going to a position. Not magic one be or you could have done it. And you will be by any poster. And in Yamodia Guaquem have yielded to where we are. And see, our question problems no have been solved. And see, who say, Sabre under the MPP, they were touting, say, as a free SHS war. examination, you try WAEC foka. But Ubewu said last year, WAEC was reluctant in releasing BEC results because Abayin the Wonka. And they even threatened. Say Abayin for Skanamba, they were not releasing the results. And they said, nah, when you see everything smooth, now it's not an issue with WAEC threatening. It tells you that somebody is doing something positive. And see, problems here, when we started, that Kenya you saw today, when light is stable, it tells you that somebody is doing something right. And then, the first year school, that they were promised that their fees at the university level will be paid to them. Now it was very smooth. No one to be beer. It tells you that something meticulous is happening. And then, if you don't hear of French service personnel, on your allowance, it tells you. May on where biani. Now, no, seven koto bombrand. The last time I koto, 650 is that grade of rice, no, a bag. In China, me koto 2 bags, 1,300 for 2. No, this can mom say ya koto bra. Bema pa me koto. Me do mama say ya teach about 580. That is governance. And this is nipa no hino. You don't hear that thing. Not because tangentially they are not issues, but because we have a government who is solving those problems. Say we have seen stability in the exchange rates. It's more businesses are able to plan, at least for medium to long term. Now, and yes, say, any issue. Because those days, or be the price of the dollar to quote for you. And the price of cement, people halted. They say we are not building no longer because we cannot afford. They say cement pricing is relatively cheap, and people are buying. And yeah, they are a bar out of anything. Take a CB a year somewhere.
See, within that 9, 5, 6, 7, 9 months,
things are looking good.
Okay.
Ghana economy. The rating agencies that last time we buy discuss it. Almost say junk economy. Junk no, my pusa chief for an uncapacity Canada boame, but junk to say. They said, oh, what to amobra or man beer. Just all you nipa and call your Korean sunny beer. Your mom busia, Sansani, your bob busia would timid into beer percent or Jessica. Yo, Sansani on chow. Sansani beer into what John minds no. Yes, it will my way, your manisika view, since your manisika on Timinchia. That was the state of Oman Konkron Ghana. Today, be minus with positive outlook, and we are still doing good. Yeah. It tells you, Emma, the capital market, they are even saying, say, we can come. Joe Muhammad said, I need to build buffers. And these are the things. It's a prayer for a core demo. No Mubusa question, no. Now, a doing team, Joe Muhammad said, something positive is happening. On the issue of Galamsey, my count time without number. Say it's a fight that we need to fight it vigorously today and win it as a country.
Why doesn't he accept say the kind one can he on patrol? Say Obai who say no, the state of emergency no M1 so Ghana for say I'm to opposition no, it's not like that. So I feel my year so move on me.
Your campaigning extensively on Galamsey, including myself. You call many of outskirts maybe a one. We said 3 thematic things. 1, mining in our forest reserve. Say ye to a good deal no, ewo kwaye mu. Say ye kwaye be true. 1, we frown on it.
Okay.
Etoso bio. Say ye to a good deal no ewo nsuom. Na ye nsuo wo draw. Say because we have had the water how do you call it? Ghana Water Company. Complaining. Yeah. We added a third one. So sometimes they're very disgusting. So even by roadside, I can't know pay. Near who's a sound call for a 2 a good year. And run nearby, you didn't come in. I told you. Say, me need 1 more 2 from a good year, no, and in Tokobia. But there was so much 2 from a good year, no, a quine passo. Emphasis responsible mining. And that's those miners. There was some modicum of offense responsibility. I was so modicum of my Ghana. And Nutina Emra Kunini Biwo. Ananka any other MPP na the buyer. And my quine Act 1462, right? My kwam yet me ko kwaye bedroom. Go to a good year. 2462. Thank you. 2462. Thank you. Okay. 2462.
Yes.
2462. Madam was simple. Initially, there were attempts to repeal part of it. Ghanaians were not happy. Aban Baba said, no, the law is in entirety. Law am running now. Or said the Konye Yifio. Said ye quiet brecho a boy your home bino. Ye be jai quiet ni mutu. Ebio, insuna ye can't say. Ni said Timamu for saying insuno. Ya said the blue water guards me wa ostensibly. So one moon say all our water bodies are free. We have said the third one. Say, in fact, yeah, the excavators and a year from a good year. And see, every excavator from now onwards, I was so very register. Now, and you but a bino, I did track a boom. So that wherever that excavator is, you be tracking. Again, licenses to mining. Now it were near the Maoli in Accra. Yen decentralized, no. Not register and this is from so that people will be held accountable for whatever work they are doing. Again, tree for life. It was idea already. It's open penny say. Any more way a gusu ko. Na the man chidwa kakaba and say. A posifua, a IGP, a posifua, a castle membra. Comanche ni ya bebre, as a matama you won't be. Yama me hana bisiu, dinko phobi bae, and I say, yako bebre. Yama command center no and your one. Na Ghana form must not lose sight, say, or can say. All these issues are being implemented. But say, be here. Say, we now are not solving the problem. Then the state of emergency will be invoked through parliament. Okay. Because I'm a parliament. And a share areas are the duration to take. It's one writing off the state of emergency has been purported by our friends from the other side and some in the media. Or say any way now. I feel say a results in our fight, collective fight against illegal mining. Because the president was emphatic, drawing clear distinction between illegal and legal mining. But it says any way ain't me amwa. Emma will corner and we ye dia. Nen de humbe here. See a better court, Marshall Bidofie. Near Cresse, ya did tabo a better so. Near ye my ye. And to those who are saying, say, one can say, yen declare state of emergency today or say no. We have measures in place. It's your timeline. And the president's commitment, our dear Kun, sir, a firm good year in its form, has been so resolute. All council you can say, Santi will engage these multilateral mining companies to cede part of their concession. Now, you how sustainable mining, Ebekoso. Now, dear, the last time I catch on say, the fight against Galamsey we have to win. Because that program na year kwa, ye no be. Ekunya that helicopter crash the only tribute bet in their mom. Amasa someone do your mind omo say occupy your kon ye and they say we win the fight. Right. Into the party together with all of us we are committed. Thank you. And the president is committed.
Thank you very much. My member Mr. Joseph Amuaho Ansan Maba Henry. Obedi akwaba and me 1 month na fe aye me kakra
me bantam
oh okay
me dran sana
are you free oh okay
but I'm from
okay right yeah here and I know omampani engagement on the media ni yeah ade ba ko amanfo kan yes the state of emergency against Galamsey or say it can't be declared now. Okaya koka say a small scale mining a true and sustaining the economy. But people who say is double standard in what statement he made.
In the first place, Yancha TF near for Marina. Ba check a crack, and Tiam Nejika crack.
So come from Minko. We advise you.
With Africa, I'm going to. They told me so and say dwara na yɛ start na yɛhyɛ na ɔhema ayi na ase nso yɛmfa yɛakɔ ma ɔhene na abusuafoɔ nyinaa ne nyinaa so nhyɛ ɔho ne ni so san sɛ nhyɛ bebree wɔ ho a ɛsɛ yɛ nyinaa di so wohwɛ so a ɛyɛ human centered nhyɛ no yɛanhyɛ daa close shops sɛ free Monday kɔ close shops biara sɛ ɛyɛ wɔda no nko ara na biribi saa ɛwɔ hɔ nom ba yɛ nyinaa so yɛnni ahu ni baabi a nenam biara no yɛnhwɛ sɛ yɛbɛdi kura mu ni because akɔkɔ bɛbɛ kurom ha paa kyɛ sɛ yɛdi kura mu ni sɛnea ɛbɛyɛ a wɔn so ba a wɔn bɛhunu sɛ wɔn aba Garden City of West Africa nti yɛn nyinaa yɛnni ahu ni nneɛma yɛtoto twene basabasa ne drivers no so yɛsrɛ mo mon drive yɛ ne overspeeding needless overtaking ne yɛyi ne nyinaa nso no mohwɛ na mo nyaa na biribiara nyɛ na biribiara ntotɔ so na wɔn mfa buo ma yɛn na wɔn ba ha no bɛhunu sɛ deɛ Kumasi te a wɔn sɛ asante yɛ ɔman wɔn sɛ asantefoɔ deɛ sɛbisɛbi yɛtoto yɛn nama yi na yɛyɛ biribiara so kama na adwempa a wɔn yɛ maa hɔ no wɔn akɔnfɛn mo yɛn no akɔnfɛn mo ama wɔn tie no ne nea medical aka yɛtɔ so mmienu ne nea obisa yi sɛ nipa there's difference between talking and communicating. Yes. How kasa noise. Kasa. We also communicate. Communicating, no. Communicate here. There are two areas. The encoder and the decoder. Between the encoder and the decoder, there are a lot of filters. And to mean na this will be in the bachelor the type of filters. Ni kwa mbefa so umbetia se. Na me gidi se kakra me hwe no je me say president he really communicated. Ko when di me that fluency ene se unyam to wase kyerɛkyerɛ nemem ene ahobrase a unya ya na ode esa ne ma nyinaa me gidi se ade a enyina se hwɛ so na yesua because o ma we say na ya akɔmɛ se bi ade ana mbia pa nse obi o mu etiatia mu efi se bo mu na kanya nsase ana obi timi di atem ya na je se o kan se mu enya no because you know it doesn't communicate me talk you need to communicate to the people say kasa kan nipa o besuti o hu se o gina akora o bezu obeti persuasive communication which is very important enti wakasa yi ni kasa ni BBM na de ba ko a esan very important ni say o ma akwan say o man ni nyina so musa no de how mu so that is very important because here in the democratic dispensation no ya na yes ye ne o man no so benya nkutahudi
okay
the question German crofo bi nko anu mu ya na wa ade ni su konso no o ma me bia ya na amanfo so ntiase na wo ba na wa beka ya na de nso ya na omuhunu se mood because wa nkasa na oka na wotachi na oka enti niema bebre ho a waka waye in history amma about oman bebi ane won dia aba beduri enyina ehunu se yentimi twatro ehunu se niema asesa kakra niema asesa stability aba system you know there obia whether it doesn't matter the party you belong to who is stability aba system no niema be ho a security issues na enkoye kakra the best friend say ho no mena ni nko ho because lives are very important so ko ba se nipa ba kunkura free mu a ade a ahomte ene ntokwasem a ekoso no bigi se ho mena ni nko ho na intwa because se tokwa na ha sore kina ha sore ade kina ha sore a investors ya hwe mu so beba no mo ma go mu nyina so mo nkrofo ha o mutie ni mu de ekoso ebi kura na ba bi ade no ekoso na ade papa bi ho anke ho na obi pese obekọ no kokoye but the cost of better no timi akọ no enti there be an can peace the price of peace is very very high enti ya make sure say ebitimi ama peace na e wo no yetimi abọ ho ban yi se be ya obia mfa bibia ma me high na fe ba nkomo mu di yan bebre no ba bia amanfo center around pa no e be Galamsey no na Galamsey no de me maka enyame ko anu maka be yi mira alanchamaten ni bukui waka ho asem gumu a
great transformational
the great
plan.
transformational plan. Say you use sa formula no a. Or person you betimi dey tu ade na say aban bia ni ho a obetimi abetu ase.
The na mo kan campaign nyina no yes ye kan kwa.
E kan kwa BRX ban, restore and support.
Ban nso no so ntimi mani ye be da ban.
So wontimi ban a ayi bae covid bae ni antifie.
Ni atifie. But say president ni bia ba. Because say ono akra ba ni bi me bo a. Na o mampene nana do.
David tempera. So wontimi ye no minimum 1 year. Na o restore eniama no ase ni nyina. Because o ban serious ban. See ya ban ya ban a mining bevan say small scale ne
bibia
ya ban mining we be ntimi nya okoduro nko so okoye
o say ene obane a the economy will collapse
enya no kre economy no nya gold nko na hwe we have other areas ya you timi di ahwe ye ho ama man timi akọ nanim nya gold nko na hwe
okay
what does it it is out me banning for 1 year now to two nyama ni nyina ye wa restore because you see ntimi banning o and yan koso nye asase no yen say no forest no yen sell forest ni nyina and the that ye di o in the next 10 years ubedi gold but the anokra onya bi na ade ato edi
nti no so we the small scale miners association be call Australia na makwa akosua how Australians omo de na omo ba be ye bi ewo ha
you know where you have started with that bold you say my banning for 1 year and you restore the enyama access any nyina forest no be access any ya reclaim your land ya reclaim edua nnua ena ye nyama ebetimi aya ebetimi asanye forest because forest ye lose ya we can imagine what happen to it ensuo no ase no a ama amanfo nya cancer cancer ni kidney problems na enye common ma we say mo no say abey common dey malaria o dey say ni nyina free sa na ma we say na to restore ni nyina wia and then one more so don be call Australia no and now mo be Australia for no be a team of Australians who ye miners na ba abe train them to do proper mining no o ma ba ha na so mo ba o ma ba we because there are certain areas here, Galamsey, your friend Galamsey,
illegal mining.
And men can't legal. Even the legal one, no crown no more licenses. I tell you, say, more equipment we betting me aya. And Yakrasi didn't you know a bebe, you know. Sunday morning, I discussed him. Nazi at me in the year. Go near Benya Mono. A dozen senior to say because the woman didn't see your crown. A far was she called. You know they watching over the good use of platforms watching na fast hours we be more be any na akra no obi ko gina kire na okwete di o ma huru no a otimi nya bi kura asene ne a o mo huru ye no enti ade na o mo ye no akra nya economical na mine no akasa kura another gamble fallacy what do you say na ko e nya $1 million de china ko abenya $5 million ni na scan nya akoshe there are a lot of them they go and come out as paupers. But you responsible mining. You train you more. You more proper equipment. Ya or more the air. Ya dear no. You better make you good. Ya says on better. Yes, you on better. But you intimate taking both steps. You banning at the answer. And you forget it.
All right.
The only year the unquestioned. There be a whole tourist. Ya you see a you know paying for Benson. We know my free me. Ya I there be a kind of miracle. It is a penny ya promeni ye nyina adwene o man ho a ye nyina nyintum say ye man ni.
All right.
Austerity measures it me baba be these are austerity measures ya dey to wo sere be ya ye komo ane tim fam a hukire mu a ye be free mu aba no.
Ye ho atoye.
Ye ho betoye.
All right.
And we need to ban the thing completely.
All right.
And I will restore and I will support these miners. Yes adia enkrom wo mu die nyina wo be ye wontimi nye president bi obebe bia won use alaje matem kweze se won use a na wo bro se bu kweze munia me won use a wo bre
but that's Eric na remember ho na fe nti o so ansa ma ka
movement o mo adwuma yo
I'm some the plan na to mo pese mo tu ase na da ho no ɛna da hɔ no
akwesi mu aso da yɛ wɔnte ase no fast forward fast forward mame chia the Western North Regional Chairman
right
Honorable Benjamin Ama na my boss Honorable Samuel Kofi Abiao the Regional Research and Election Officer yan China Sonkoso
all right
Dr. Mamadou Baumia, Regional Coordinator, Honorable Iswa. I have to take this opportunity to greet you.
all right
Mimia,
solo
NDC, and Metanase. At a point, now, Mimia solo confused. Metanase.
oh no I confused
Sure.
oh sir
Human sanity. The position of woman, Makomuda.
okay
With regards to your power, right? So what buying no normal enya. Na yes one say ko na stra could defend as a party.
Edding
Check maybe I was so. Right? In communication center me penny actually no. Say inward ethics no and beliefs no contrary to some work and you see so as a cross as a refuse, right? And that they say it here. Na me yan den e wo mu no. I was very shocked. Say me yan e kan say ene aban papa ba. Eni enipa ye wo man ni mu no ye ho atoy kakra. And I was thinking say me yan no is it say ebia wa fruit plane bi a yen ho kire ya na. Because if so catch them say inflation why yade. It's way now below the 23% in the job.
say 11.5
yes, good.
yeah.
Way, that's why I said way below that.
Yeah.
But that time inflation is 23%, you know. Right? Now a classy market. Now me talk dokono a 5 Ghana cedi. But anyway, yeah, me call the beat FM I come me me pay dokono to a classy market, you know. And inflation by 11%. But dokono a 7 Ghana cedi.
Is it food inflation there that's also?
You understand? So if say either food inflation, either service, either industry, that's it. Ni nyina no sebe o ye no overall. Say a free 20 or 23 up by 11. But meanwhile no the basic commodity say food. That's the basic water. Ne bo e wo sora. Then obeka say ahonto aba the way chi no nto ase. Me ma another critical basic thing here. In so I was very surprised. Say na in so a bottled water. Come on idea market for the friend here Vortic. Who's mu be a friend Vortic. Na that inflation here 23 and above no. Near to small size no, a year 2 cedi 50 pesos. And also I had it. What they have in Abasa say so. Ye more yen some amount. About inflation by 11%. But net in so bottle small size no. A free 2 cedis, 50 pesos, and 23 cedis. The middle size now, a friend medium no. And December yeah, I was assuming what you penny. Now your turn a 3 cedis no, and 25 Ghana cedi. It is a unya opportunity. Now upon all this reality, now u painti picture be as if so TV as if for be more. Now only lessons na any ye. Okay. Me was a see no be send me a message. The friend 212 or ton cement. Say cement ya na your ton no 80 85 90 no. And na na say about form no. Your ton cement no baby a year 120. Your ton baby a 115. Your ton baby 100 Ghana cedi. Cement.
And I near nasa so a month ago.
Oh no now. Mimia. Cement. That ton baby 100 Ghana cedi. 115. It's not less than 80 Ghana cedi 90 Ghana mbabedeng. What beto here. But they may say Mimia nini. Me papa no can say be with regards to air communication. Yes, the body language of Oman Penny was superb. And body language is a key in communication. You understand? How or presented the whole thing was superb. I have to give him the marks. Why are they? But be a problem in a buy the solution to the problems, you know. And how I tackle problems, you know. However, and some are kind of position, and some are kind of now.
They are different.
Yes, sign a social covenant with Oman Penny Mahama. On the 7th January, no, based on the manifesto. Yeah. Based on manifesto, no, the written and the written one. The written are not kind, and the actual. And 19 a year abandoned and the year then, Eddie on Galamsey, that's some no kind. As some more country and they say, you use so emrada na we constitution for long time
anya
juma omampanyin mesba we do betima ye ono nkasa omampanyin mama na nkasa no in 2012 wa obaye e form a task force e de mama yalega then minister of environment etwa no e use the existing laws it didn't work Nana the Dankwa Kufuor also baye no o use the existing laws anya juma so when omampanyin mama were opposition on the November 20th for Ushia Kadi bishops he told them say he is going to do different thing or be taking different approach the wo better harmo catch for ne say o di bibi e AI artificial intelligence e be free amanone e di aba ne dia fight Galamsey diverting from the normal way they fight here and yes said for so o the artificial intelligence be then e beba that was first covenant. The second covenant o catch yen say abina was on another Dankwa Kufuor His Excellency Dr. Mamadou Bawumia any me Aduhari Ojaba yen ne Galamsey any appointees anything anado any the world power to shape the Galamsey yes and to declare a state of emergency anything there I tell you for Eka the Caribou for Eka no oba you will listen to them and implement it and that's how normal can almost now we need a state of emergency now in November we meet you so you give them your words you give them the commitment what we you don't need to betray their trust.
That's what Aban will be. Omampanyin for buy who said the niema ne ye oba na so adwobre o me pamcho
asemsi atobo Omampanyin Kufuor no onye president da Omampanyin Kufuor no onye vice president da no onye the head of economic management team eda but Omampanyin your friend is say Owusu die kan hu say no president da so na all the he told us say my president da right makwa achire ma hu me fun so no ma me another opportunity right so on no information owo no cannot compare to Omampanyin Kufuor no president da so he has no excuse ada asem bi no kan kire yen on Galamsey in opposition o ka kire yen say he is going to put a ban on the importation of excavators mama to asu biem say excavator or the tabo beto so I just say for construction purpose the okay ma so for no sole ye bom nsem e na so for no buafu a omode bible do me ne say o ka say obi betimi the excavator ba o man ni mu a I just say oye contractor oye kwan na all the construction document no e na be important na be do port wa na the tracker abo ho e di say wan fa nye kwan na e shifte kwayem anensuo mu a punishment in the you be o contract o certificate works and house in the registered department you be broken to me no hand mubium so the risk was very high this was the commitment now you determination say we 8 months in here tan on so one zaura asset say na obeto ye the air say you European Union and so at the report to update the current a cocoa board say because of vegetation ya kwa ye ISA enya ensunsuaso e wo the global climate so ebiem because of ye kokko e de ba wiasa ma san dwemu a sebe ayi Galamsey e normal eye den wo mu a e ha emrofo no ya hwentu na mo a ye be stop ye kokko say e ma European countries ni biem you are journalist you know of this report ebiem Ghana water so hwe wo mampanyanim aka kire wo say Galamsey no won mu fi Adam omne so deda but this time the agency ama omo plant na omo de eye nso ho adwuma no say ya na esai eni to Omampanyin Ghana for na wo nya Galamsey eye wo central market ya Galamsey wo nya bi wo makwa Galamsey wo nya bi no wan twia eye utility increase of 280% ya yensu no oba betum de ehu biem so kra ne say omo wo ba bi eye Galamsey wo nkura sa hospital ni ho no bebre na no fa chamio enya cancer bebre na nkasa so tom na muwu bebre na nkasa so fa chame a wutemi maame o wa kura sei na nani ase prusuo na onyale o boze na efisiti na ni fra the effect of Galamsey on the economy one on your life ya bra bom e hye ase no e chin ye Iraq ntokwa ekuma manfo so Omampanyin ohu this emergency na ampa o promise say obedikre na afei de ma otumi awie no obeka kire yen say there are already existing laws emra eyeden e wo hono deda na emra no yen so still enwie ye therefore a bit too early say you be declare a state of emergency. When one can second opposition say existing laws near use juma, so we need to pass from a different way. Now we are using the existing law now condemn as an excuse not to declare. That's dishonesty.
That's it.
Last one. That's a dishonesty. There's a toss to be. O say a year soldier for Mukratu, police for Mukratu. And we require you much chairman for Omunyai. Now, what the alternative will back of fighting Galamsey for? One employ the NDC woman organizers, the NDC chairman Omoma. Edoma could train you less than 3 months. Yanchom drilling, send you 2. Yanchom send you use second. Hank of Kromun Krabi. The economy police are bad. Oh, we are also soldier no Kratu in the a say no yai, a man in Chigalamsey for. Police no Kratu, no man in Chigalamsey for. Community police is from Brugard for no. Oh, Kurabano. Or no moment and quote no sweet quiet. Na Galamsey for no Kratu. Ebo ho ban no onko no nko che no
so anga so watch
no
never said onko
no but help me
or say they are whistleblowers they should inform the security people
you have stopped the security people and the task force from changing the Galamsey yes then you said the alternative is a whistleblower doesn't make sense
anyway
but mainland no dey hu nie aban no as a year
omna wo ho no blue water gas for no
na bodan for who say tawa na mo graduate no enwa na mo bo no say na bodan mo ti da em ga name you understand so when you brea new patriotic party in Western North region you propose 8 proposals and no year I say to me ba bonten they can edi kan ni say aban ni ni bo hye no so no ni state of emergency now ebiem aban ni the fight against Galamsey no every Ministry of Lands. Ya de ko environment anye ye. Ya de ko lands anye ye. You should give it to the military. Na ye nikan a war send ye Congo no against the Galamsey. The third one, aban no establish the regional special court for Galamsey cases. Send ye beya you'll be able to fast track Galamsey cases with a high speed of seriousness. All right. Because the current system there Abina be gate say enquire Galamsey. Abina sponsor Galamsey yes. Rather than protecting us.
I'm the prof na minti prof so answer. Prof.
Yes sir.
Good evening.
Yeah, nuamenia.
Na mpacho bako dey.
Adom me dey also
ho ye pa. Nice one. Now you heard the president's engagement with the media. We are settle on the answer the my on declaring the state of emergency and the fight against Galamsey no. Maminti.
Well, mecha yetiefo ni ahwefo nyina menua solo ana ne mehu ache mani agese mehu waye kama abai papa aba
so prof mejuanu si say me kase abai papa aba I must be a living example.
And then you are a living example now.
Papa be das.
Good. Mecha minua Western North and me offer Mr. Chaupa. Na omampani ni media encounter no madwene mu no. Na nye ne de na obeka ye ne nkoanti. But say journalists for baby send questions. Na be man feedback. Say niame ye then especially Fourth Estate. Mo so sabi de bia ene mo an edin kita on mo so munim omanfo no so adwenkyere bi. Mo na mo gina na mbisa questions no ne ad. Ti me hu ne say enye hia keke. Ba emom no no pe akonya bi so de age feedback. E ka hia ne keke nko ade a ene nka menya hu bi na me hu bi so da. Say omampani bi wa begina ho. No beka anything bad about itself. Never.
NC.
We be see. NC that just say every gloom, every bright ayibia na no beka. Ne de no. We opposition na now so ahwehwe the negative side no. Now so de aba. Na se pa say we expect say omampani wa begina say o Galamsey no me yes meko but mentimi ankonti no ayidie David.
But that's the truth. It's omampani for ye bi. Obi beka se no ma bem pen there. But obaye wo hu ye no he apologized to Ghanaians say bo na mnim say na ti o.
So ti omampani ye pa wo hu. O ka won statement ni mu say there are some forest reserves what is a man for a boyram? About 3 of the forest reserves are what is a man for a boyram. To our instructed lands ministry say Omunshena Omuncles alliance no. Enti subtle or jitu mu say. And in fact, the Casa Ninaji to Musa Galamsey no.
Wantimi
And yes, sir,
enye better.
nye better. Nyame enumini. Enti media me I feel say a feedback needed through. Na ye can feedback you know any unya bi pa unya bi at least the key areas no na ye Galamsey ni those are but me hwe ne presentation ni nyina no a emphasis +4 -4 sa +4 no a common fund a home commodity for me a plus.
Okay.
Fantastic, solid, excellent. Na nyame ngwa se menu Ahmed Ibrahim na elidi sa sector no. Wo hwe okay na days in parliament na on sorry nyina ho a on ka anything about district assembly come over. Ntina nke be mo wa se onu ba be dia de na e bia the existing issues na
better wo.
na better wo ho.
All right.
Ntina ye ka say ope omu a aban papa aba no call mu hoye pa MMDCs no
Omodiye.
oh minuano mo side ne de mampani kan odika solid enti common fund na ne me de kra ho no yesa arrangements na da ho say fa we
Specifically
seriously obi ma key performance indicators akeo was settle trap.
Of course.
Was settle trap.
One yo.
Was settle trap. Anti se ke de mo musa ke kan ke meka sa ban papa ba mu nyomani. Ba mpacho wo jiwani a. No aka hu say measurement bi dida ho.
Yeah.
Yentimi ma say amount 9 million Ghana cedi and 25 million Ghana cedi. Na bra na bu akunta for 10% ko for 5% ko for ko. Into 10% of 20 million pound na dey pata we yesi we. And there was be shinti. E futu kakra no. Another plus statutory payments no. Stress free fee ID now kika ka ho asem. I think say it forms part of the plus.
Yeah.
Na me class e chira de na fi de muzen kra na mi bi na de ai that na mon concentrate to class na so a yes say bi mo dia drop it and I'm so okay mama mo 5 minutes mo fa nyemo ani mo wi a bia yesterday ni any class no it I know say I can speak to it. Economic stability no aye no ho bibia o ho de but he can still take some credit for it, even though there are challenges elsewhere still in this economy. Minia Bank of Ghana boss, or Juma ye pa Yamianim ni dollar na fiti John Rawlings pencil, even before John Rawlings. Enti mintina banks ni munu enena na mabochi for no 100 year. Yamianim ni. Ama president mua, who which rate to use as Ghana's exchange. That is the level it has gotten to. From how to hard you can say. Yes, saying.
Range. Specific, yeah.
Because Mojana Kesset na Nipenimuno. It's not in there, so you cannot account for it properly. When you governor this in Adaroma, you really have a work.
Where are you as your mom?
Sorry. Governor Siama, Adaroma, you have a work. You have a very big task to do. And betimi this uncommon a better effect on our economy. Na see we can rent it. A call for my best akosoro. You need control over it because abochi a control. Those parts needs to be worked on. But I think still okay. Odika, I think it forms part of the plus in the B. And one other plus and so I may feel say plus pa scandals na investigations go so okay that update was necessary because me na me ya adwene I say a man for no peja kosuru hu ni eja boko ni ade a man for fa charge gigi scale de agu asem no e na Ghana ne wo no possible e be peja ni akọ trade we akire ba bi chale NSS yes so afa say de ne ma me mu 10 million in interest no akọja asem no atwa so. It is our issues not boy, some of them are still in the Manimia BPA court near day. We are keenly following Utimia a plus the amount. These are the 4 pluses, the 4 negatives, no. And anamo kabaku who has them Galamsey no. Yamiadimni, KO. President feedback bakupa o hiapa enyumre de man ne say Galamsey kuno de on passe.
On passe.
Debi.
Non kwade.
And unquad on passe. In fact, say, oh, yeah, dear, now between 1. Now 1 no and Sania ma 0 point something. Now Foko 2. It is degenerating as say ginsem.
Yeah.
And ma form.
Yeah.
Nti no de open no crepet ya. Na onim ukoye mampani na tis rosa na manfo bebre be bro feedback o. Oh mampani oh yeah Galamsey no ye disum kunima. Sisi a forest no ya jiri nyina enye no kro ke o. There is no single forest reserve obetimi aka say Galamsey ni nim.
Hey. Land minister said Omar claim 9 of them. No, 9 of this.
I pleaded for a simple information. Basically, Minister Minko and your friends back right to information. Me pay the list of forest. Na ma offer free independent verification of those claims. No. Me nyaye na ye more forest ni din. No man penny presentation mu. Or name 3 forester when you're fresh invasion. We all listen to the president.
Yeah.
Dear. Then more fresh invasion. How do you tell me say some has been reclaimed near day? Those feedback going to the president, I think say you're modified. Your policy feedback near the more mampany. More reporter more mampany sincerely. More yes sir. More man take the decisive action he needs to take.
Yeah.
The monka no krenin cheno boot lekin siko fancy. And say, and sell mine, in so ne say more. Tell the president so he knows what to do.
Yeah.
Nam ko in so no see akra they are clear. Micro manko. Yes, uncle, and any day see at uncle weninte. Who told you uncle any at?
Anyway.
Uncle Breninte. And then Naminu so cast a tano eda in Zaura and so no. I say. Tano eda tano dumase, you know, tano dumase. Your friends say bibi ni nchen ho tano dumase call that call me fro ba na watching ya. Do you get it? Enti how did the can minus no ho me na me kwa me blame mampani. His eyes is not everywhere.
Yeah, but
my big blame my big blame goes to those reporting to him from the district level. Eko region ho na ko minister ho na minister so akoma president briefing. Oh Galamsey no ni eko na ye state of emergency bia ho hia. Ye disunkunim, we are winning. Na najo, na excavators bear 2 million. Ghana Krokitua way, we are on record to be the highest importer of excavators. KO, president needs this feedback. We are not winning the Galamsey fight.
Excavators they be nekon.
Yes, and najo ne hair.
Also the Kogu a military base be war. So that no kind.
Unim.
Support ayema. Enti was a
military. Adie ye dangerous and I say injurious. Adie ye hazardous. Adie hazardous. Adie say adie. Sa de kronye mfa mafie.
Yes, so.
Yeah, yes, so. You say due nya wani a ebe won.
You
twa so. Oh wait. Ye mfa nko Galamsey ye di besi Ghana ha keke. Oh KO. KO ye di besi ade ni yesi ye ni anam a ye nwe ye mfa yesi nche. Eso nam ye nwe o. Oh ye nwe ye de se. Nti ho de ma adaroma president nhwe ni ye. Then the next downside insecurity.
Okay.
And as a security challenge. The president's statement now suggests say will resource the security agencies near unless a question time nimu and the president demonstrate extreme what we say a hana to the extent or describe it as a secronwa so la for na ko ho o say asase a intimi mpo incident was so as asase a kiosk keke na obetimi dey so and you can see the frustration in the eyes of the president.
Yeah.
And rechi num ho ba bi na me trend omombe didi matem say they say I said na amanfo say me say president enyai achiche no achiche MPP for no no nkonko he ni krom etu aye to na so the president's job is never to be the one going to adio onye police no nye soja he has commanders and lieutenants who must be called to do their work. So my caution was true, but whoever twisted the things I said to the president
it's
was
not to the president.
To the
bodies that
Absolutely.
are responsible. Yes.
If Jackpes report so far Openi Jakpa or the national security operations are no. Send a report pass successful report for betting presenting or United Nations for Ghana moment security report. Your fair operations a non successful report for betting the man say machi won to me. Machi abronye. Ma buaura Addison Fia Himacha na ju 2 a.m. Ma bubu nkrofo prani ma say as against
the security threat koso.
Tie security ye wo near ube responding a see we now responding. And I say respond near ube answer na see and a reactive near a see we now reactive. If to the be onim ni pa adwene nti wonnim se bibi besi e wo ho. I can grant that. Na hwe sampa. The youth of Sampa came to do press conference. Some youth, not all the youth. Send a signal say, yeah, be you say. That was all my challenge was.
Yeah.
Menkasa sabi nipa ye nyame. Sabi yetiti.
At least some more information said this is what they're going to do. Yes.
Senior. Utimi ma hint. Ema ya anya ho hwe. Ampani ampani ebesi even more than what they threatened. Adanya ashe. Ejapadi I say, police for Mako 9 years say, no dead. What are we talking about? Yeah. That was my worry. My worry was that may more Mampeni or Mampeni has authority to appoint somebody. Well, appoint you be. You need BI for Ghana. Yeah. Don't they have representatives in every district? Yeah. You need national security for representatives in every district. Kusin kra kusi baby ada ye to aba. The police could boast of 5,500 men in Akwetia. But in the same republic, Krona 5,500 protect Akwetiano. Nan cry nipa be nwotwe or mo work kayedi. Na tin. What I'm saying is that national security issues no. All right. Enyanye priority yet. Into a downside. Send ya Galamsey nso yedidi di ho agro na enye downside. National security nso ye downside. And my question can't go to the president even though the back will stop with him. Ono no ye penia bibia ba ko wie ne de. But say IGP ntimi nya adwuma na no atwe ne ho. Say o ye national security boss. Na ntimi nya adwuma na no atwe ho. Say o ye BNI boss as say NIB boss. Mu nyina mu wo ho. But enne ye ka say what you can pride yourself with. About 150 men na ekogina ho abronye penti. Ashe war regalia. Some who free court aba. And I'm not saying this for abronye sake. What I'm saying is that ni nyina ye national security. Na wunni ani mienu abetimi de ahwe ha. Na wo ba ko pe dia. Ye fan ko chase abronye whereas sampa jadem. Let's choose our priorities right. Security priorities, you know. You're choosing the right. That's all. The last downside means no because for about the moment for last one we ain't so me I know say it is work in progress. The 24-hour economy. I know say a work in progress. But I may feel say the government can do something more about it. They should give us feedback on one district, one factory. No, sources of employment in Libya. They can convert some of those into 24-hour economy. And also, skeleton. Okay, anyway, it's a factory behind the horse idea. That's fine. That's fine.
Because in the area of the MPP, me catch you say, show you one district, one factory. We know we are researcher. So mun chair ba kope because you have power. You person who suffer factories who are buying sika o di rem. Na government participation. We say ba kope ni wo. We come on wo.
Bakeo me no there.
We allow them all the 8 years. To lie to the group of this country. 140 be way.
Yeah, so
of
course. Everybody say see one more chance and see what chance and
because you say abandon na ko na ko.
All right.
They lie to us. In as much as can you get
maybe the nature of the one district one factory na ko issue. And I remember
there's something like that.
Some partner. They partner with some businesses.
You see, maybe you'll be
I tell you, you know, no man. You be sure they na they are so educated. Our manifesto promise on the one district, 152 was very simple. Say, on minor and take 100% possession of the initiative. The public and the private sector, right? So even offer maybe to say the workers have been here. Oko Adumako Company Limited. That is Achoma and Kwabena District.
Don't be led
No,
by
listen.
Singularly, say how will you retrieve a bunch of
Mama critical example say. Hold on. Maybe it's a company American one. There's a nationalistic television, right? Now, for example, say government, I will say factory near down. Ohia mfidie yenka twi na central market factory me ohia normal na aban no invest huge you are outside near san here no right me more critical
oh yeah divert my attention prof mami but you allow prof to finish
so Brasolo me can be because they reported some number of one district,
one factory, yeah.
And unfortunately, Abaya Sesa, Solo is in government. Maybe if he can back his Srinihono with some a year, but I will not be too surprised because of the PP public-private partnership bit. And even if there are some companies there under 1D, 1FR, it perhaps may be in the names of some private people who me name the. But I mean, I stand to be corrected if Solo says Sriniho and he means it's maybe further and better particulars. But what I'm saying is that it could have been a very serious point of job creation. Now, idea buyer or chairman the job. Me summary ni say under job creation no 24-hour economy no. And never be a buying the job no some shame. Na say those becomes low hanging areas you better expand them and mebunu na adwuma ye. One agenda 111 I said then you have an idea how one hospital, how many Grofwa, Nipa, some are at various stages of completion. I want some of these things to feature on the work of Minia, that 24-hour economy. Gusi, the very good Gusi Tano. I want some of these things to be factored into sa program na ekoso because there are all sorts of extreme job creation abani betimi aye amana generally in summary no a very good feedback minim the schedule any when next meet the press but I mean the first one year after 8 months in government minim say we wait for the years and so besa ba ku bi man say bibia santi minya schedule no so and we could all serve ebia minya fell some questions proud
before
in fact this time they told us some Zoom connection people could join from other regions I'm saying connecting generally region but next time idea so bad we can also join from wherever type
all right thank you very much my pharmacy you see now some kind
who see me no who say me a moderate politician
of course
tia me bad radio so sa banter Ghana for to about my it's our mandate you have a social contract with them Tiana I spend much energy me papa to me for on Galamsey I will take it who say me prof me near prof kasa me na jam bom chinkwa but I won't take it for my MPP person
why
MPP a party when they were in power. Omo minister for a professor from what you there. Environment science and a document say Ghana and Sasi ye quiet essay for 2 solid years. Let your mampany table so they never release a document. Emra Porsche is leaking out. Ye hold your womb. The minister was fired. Under the MPP. Na omo party appratics ewura kwayem so mu kotu paya omo panyi na defend omo even when the minister for that chapter say Kessben say akunta mining kwaye no wo mu no onin krata omo panyi so krata we saw na the MPP omo chairman better videos me mu be da say Ghana ni pass so ye man so ye den chairman TV so na bag bon in China and o catch o man Kenya say you people have not seen solid cash before. I have money. to God no oyi table gu say how oyi be the first time you be cry no oyi no oyi ebra no oman no ya de tabo atu God so ebe kan na kakabmi ato aba Ghana fo nyina asofo mpanimfo ani ade sori kan say mo fa tabo nto so MPP aban ka say to hell with you be papa ya me beto no hai doctor
Are you
free? Or say they are not banning Galamsey today, they are not banning tomorrow. Young first say tabo to so net and for the China, they are Ghanaians, they will continue to mine. Now, anyway, this year, Ghana export to cocoa. You fa cocoa nko baby. Inje EU for say cyanide. Any acid away cocoa ma, I don't be more export to you.
But that's it. Thank you.
Catch the bomb. Tell them say we have not exported cocoa this year. And he said no, the stability of water levels. And some more Kenya, who's a minimum or educated power. Or can I finally say cancer or kidney problem. Or can your man go for ya and worry? But you have killed them. That is why I will take it.
Oh, me, I seem
Harry.
Fast forward. Solo and Jeff Kadaroma, no my FN.
What's about Papa?
No FN. And make key comment we say any factory back or Ashanti region. It's very important. Yeah, chassis, yeah, in the chassis area, right? And we are made one or two research, but unim ejuso, unim a campaign a friend Casa de Europa. This campaign, was initiated in 2017. It was commissioned in 2018. That was 21st of August 2018. Banana Dankwa Kufado. It was the first. It was the first 1D1F. Casa de Europa.
Also the area.
So now, at the back.
Another topic to
listen skills is part of communication. So tell you, mommy. Minya can me who say, I accept it. Midi too. Nipa as MPP. Say ye bibia ye man ye fa
kayan tumo
enke ma yesa ye den eto aso mejitum
solo jana man kasa
mejitum say ye wo ho no na Galamsey ye den e wo ho mejitum say ye wo ho no Ghana fo nyina including the various groups request for state of emergency ye ka say ye den ye nye so to say mejitum say ye wo ho no na insuo say enunti na
ye to ababa mo
Ghana fo so mu here state of emergency ya anye no eno mu yi ye say ya so den eno mu yi ye say yentie wom ena wo promise om say wo de oba obeye den obeye just state of emergency a oma parliament who to test already. It doesn't have to take you 1 month to declare it. It is a Ghana for what we know on trust. No, some of them did them. Now, for what baby, now I feel then it becomes the highest betrayal of the century.
Thank you very much. Good evening, KOD. Hey, Ghana, when will politicians learn from their mistakes? When you ask the MPP now, all that they see is Dr. Bawumia. By Edward Kwachi Edward Neza, Ejoso Domia Branaduwe Abraying. We say good evening, KOD. Please read this Bible verse for Tusolu. Isaiah 5 verse 20. Mike Aprade. Mike, I wish I could read it, but because of time, into me kind of to see a man. I say the NDC. The president John Dramani Mahama's selective media encounter stripped him naked. He just sought a platform for himself, panegyrics, and for his praise singers to sing a political lullaby. He supplied goofy responses to mind-boggling questions posed. The media encounter was a complete drain. Anyway, Kekusi just so ena odiwe the abre ene enyumre. We say good evening to you. Amokateche Efrifa Duku. I'm saying this. President Mahama cannot stop any gold mining activity in Ghana here because it was their promise to Galamsey workers. All right. And also, Eden, good evening, KOD. I'm saying Isaac from Takwa said Mahama once said that anytime MP comes to power, the peace of Ghana is disturbed. But when NDC comes, Ghana becomes peaceful. Ghana is not peaceful nation now. Meanwhile, NDC is in government. Did I hear Mahama say that the state of emergency is inconsequential? Now, may God forgive Mahama. Whereas those media personnel who were displaying samples of all major rivers in Ghana on their show, is TV3 still operational? Maybe. They have gone to sabbatical leave. Okay. Or no, Edia or they are bringing enumerate and so and Where's a good evening? The NDC communicator is too hypocritical. Look at the way he's saying that we are not yet there to declare the state of emergency for Galamsey. Do they know that we are not yet there to declare the state of emergency and they campaign against the NADO to declare the state of emergency? So, Kyodi, ask the NDC man in your studio, what has changed now? I say Ike Watebubu, and this Ike Musa Solo, said the assessor. I don't know. Good, kindly tell the butterfly man that nobody would take them and any third force serious because they always talk in favor of a certain party. Josh from Hebron. And Hebron, I want Israel now, anyway. Or no, not the way I bring. Well, a good evening, KOD. His Excellency John Dawani Mahama and NDC don't take Ghana man for granted. Cry. From Kojo Smile like in Tamport North and all the way so a brain. We say good evening. The see the WNR NPP communicate. Okay, Western North Region NPP Communications Director is doing a great job. My greetings to former MP for Sefia Kontomra, Honorable Alex Tete. My name is Pounce and anyway and Swabren. Chief Soso future MP. Our from now see good evening KOD. In fact, you must tell Mr. Solo and his NDC party that President Mahama has disappointed Ghanaians in the fight against Galamsey. So they should apologize to Nanado and MPP. We therefore urge President Mahama to declare a state of emergency now. Okay. Yadasi Chief Soso onoso ewo for mena. Asante de enso edibiaba. Ose Nesira Mampeni Mahama say Oma neni enko kantanka nyuma no ho. At least anka government institution nyina de one pickups any no anka enye kantanka cars na NDC MPs nyina so won salon cars nyina enye kantanka cars nka saadie yi bema won atena adwuma no so amamu no so akonwa no so ache pa MPP de esa ne se asemmone won esa ne asemmone a won di pa nti won bet na opposition a chere esa se won kobubu papa no bastem na no nti just one copano chow answer. Anyway, on so edia or the abba no. I'm picking last one afi. Yamra. Kelly Solomon and has a sweet mouth like honey. I really love him. Tell Solo to come to join the MPP because MPP can help him more than NDC. NDC is full of lies. They have nothing to offer Ghanaians. Good evening to you and your panel members. Paul Befi Adumako Ebuakwa Macro. Solo, that's why I know there. Bra never join the MPP. So I no be eka. Right. My entraso na yenko. Yenshare the arrests, detention of Aye Abronye. Yenshare the arrests and bill grants of Sofo Azoka, Aye chairman of the NDC. Yehaman Fosse, there's been selective justice because we ever NDC inti ono kro threaten a man for two blue krano. Yes say ono de yamani bill. Na obi a sebio wode nano ne koyi ne ka. Ono yade teni no asan edi no aba say court kra wa please say ensa man baila still yensa na emfa nkotum yeremande no. Prof, my message is free this time around. Now, we be base menu mame for the want of my time.
Yeah, sir. Me earlier submission crab me boy bronya the so me the margin mono obi obeka say aban ne selective justice bia no. Na se me na me kasa aban ye selective justice aban yi mu se me na me ka nka me nyina so obeye cases be num bia me nua Dr. Yine Anthony Boasema anko natural end.
Okay.
Now clear. Nolly prosecute. No, my back our few days so happen.
Yeah.
I am thinking said there are several sides to the law. And now you are buying cratchy penny. Cocotte. The assembly send a bay assembly we quite our peso. Nama assembly ni natural death. Minya at force in the SA crowd. It was a case almost dead. Into knowledge practical I know was for me highly unnecessary. Because no one can say me prosecuting the case very, very well.
Yeah.
Minya Cocoa Board. Me offer. Cocoa Board everything. Opuni's lawyer, solid, perfect. Prosecuting the case very, very well. Now it was nearing conclusion, Anissa. Back when me rain that I acquire test results, the abase in Rono na say any day and then they said the baby will go Punis way. No pony lawyer, sorry, no say well, Macoya results be the abadi. But the company who has done this test is an unaccredited company.
Yeah.
Solid.
Yeah.
And the cases were, in fact, one of 100 cases, in my view, lawyers, any cases, individuals, they were very, very competent and legally capable to have prosecuted their case to a very perfect conclusion.
Yeah.
For me, it's not only my chem, na way my chem, also more chem, so a party for one. And this any you see a chamber, then pass over. And I see chamber, and I say Kogan and Ibia.
No, be a benefit be.
Hanan could be a benefit be. Means I mean, I make us a buying yet selective Casana, Medibe Mininas.
Right.
But and also interest as Sebio, ye chobia se munti, also ye near pesa.
Yeah.
Inti media for me who the case in here. Selective justice in I think says so far my only reason to believe. Yes, Niama and Konukranke has his own capability to end Dr. Yine Amana and the Okuchemanya Aja Edin Bonnie for me. I'm a bino as if the cases were so bad into Abaya Memua Michuchanje, Sampany for now. But when Abaya was not in government for 8 years,
they were
ably procuring their case. Now Abaya Bamuna Mbatum was a real case now. Copro a Hona Mazia Aqua say, ye dear NDC phone, ye Joe Mumakofino. Near HMPP Fugum. And a bill conditions so bad and say they came yes, see, over here, Sasavon, some night, Benkumuno,
the more,
and also a new angle, so Abemuama Aika, but made a ninja and say, Obia Mrom so.
All right.
See, the Obia comrade in my for Obia and comrade in him.
Right.
Ye jai be near the B Kodia and Shana no Naka some of these issues.
All right.
Na yenina so fan to yenina who say, you see, ye to a baby ya Ghana ha ye nim sa de ne say to a baby ya the next day na politics for us started. Why can't we give ourselves a follow
some time?
Say fear me no bia.
Ni fan to too many.
Ya ban ni say without disturbing the abino. The best power betimi aye.
Any day.
Nanka for 2 years Obianka was a de wako. Ya man super majority.
Ghana had the bedding.
I said Jamaso, you to a baby another as I
don't go yantu you. Yantu yeah.
It's yenya sadi and dear. The best say Obia and watching the steps against the law, no. I saw check it. Na so wako tumra wa abajin se ubajeri se matumra. Na mum ye jai we nti no de me kwa ye issue there. I think say nshada anya issues out.
All right.
But still no me there where you bring in the issue of selective justice the way ko ye jai we the way ko jai in there. O ma ye di omu ko ni nyina ye MPP for. And no ma ye jai omu nyina aso ko ye NDC for. And Nkrofo kasa ase.
All right. Harry, Mamintio.
The message say Prof.
Yes, sir.
In our previous say no MPP NDC.
Yeah.
Selective justice on Ghanaians.
Yes.
Right. A share no among some type of space here. They will lose the relevancy of the whole issue. Because my two for no NTR but the mechanic say na me share a kwanya e fa so a ensem ni bi wo court o man no sebe allege say isika kodi Nkrofo bi ho court say former attorney general e dey court I say begi scan e bia nkensa beka based on verdict ebeden ebeba na aban no trigger another thing so be send papa komedufo me papa me che apa fa cha me we dey yenge me town say sika wono agye tun say antwa yie afa kuntu ase no onfa 60% o agye che wan aduasia over 60% emra na yemo modern na yenya no. And being said, near discontinue the case. Let
the brief of that, or this is any bar.
Yes.
The rest you will pay. All right.
Okay.
Obetria, but still no more general.
Homogeneous. Then, but the selective aspect of it is I've been in court for almost 2 months now. Ebi dia body keke. Okotwa obi body ene ye che no. Ebi okra ye kom. Ebi dia ne ye small.
Obi kokua bread onya 5 years.
So okowia de
bread.
Yan kan chere ne se brodo no. Ye ne nkwotra se. Ne ye ne nka. Na brodo no kra de we di kra onfa fa emra. Okom 5 years.
Yeah.
Obi ekotwa body eduro miensa. Ewo eye kru bi ewo sehwo ba bi eduro miensa ho. Ena fowura no ekoropoto na ye che no. Papa ye de no ko ya pe 1 year 2 years panyan odam. So obi a comment no eye wrong. I agree. Sabi etu obi botom just 2 and Ghana bi opeo. Ye che na de no ko ya pe no. Ya nka se man opportunity to pay or other way. Where you millions of taxpayers money. And it ye go nsa so ye party ba. O na di ni sika aboa me ba power. Ento no de nya no.
And your explanation.
But it's a lot. And Odi Wadan say, "Onya na mekan yo, Kodi. One na catch him say Jero be 5 years.
Yeah.
I didn't Nigeria no.
Korea bread.
And no ne sika na command for sika na so. Afebo tinko. You understand? This is the kind of amamwa ye wiram. Fatigue ni bia. And it was central market otie me. Wa makola utie me. Na ye mistake a bi court to there. Na the sebi eye ade bi na fa wonsa say 500 o say 1000 o say ye denyo. What if you don't have the opportunity and that grace? It's say you don't belong to abayin or so no. And it's a threat to our justice system.
Okay.
However, me enye me hu de eba ye chechire abro nye ne ehun kro ne ba method de chi eye chama untumi no ho no ma that rumble star enye me hu. You understand? But the me say Ghana for account maintain say when we repeal the criminal libel law, right? You repeal the section 112 of the criminal offences code. No, NDC came again under Mills. Then the trigger what you called causing fear and panic using section 208 of the criminal code. Yeah, say ma communication abaso and on paying for. Aye criminal libel law if you ono. Almost through the offenses in art no at 29 no then they took causing fear and panic to arrest our people. Now the they have indirectly introduced the criminal libel law no indirectly but the is to suppress your casa.
But they are quoting relevant laws. Quoting relevant laws to support whatever they are doing. A constitution, any some laws.
The constitution are there. That is why you move pretty say you making some changes in the laws.
Yeah.
So okay loopholes no. Now who use advantage to suppress freedom of speech is a threat. Shede ye abronye. Ye invite no. On one kasa na don ho ye den. Ekoye. Okoye no kokodu you on no. It was between the security setup over there and him within 30 minutes time and I'm in Gabi Nebro communication director and PA kasa on wabonten police for no pen inside na abronye egu na handcuff e police one mo ni picture timi free police for no phone so
ababonten
to TV ben radio gold NDC station then na me nwan NDC for security o amachi obi and so we invite no and waba yes arrest you can do it anyway obakro mutimi eche no then mo deny them mo deny shame then mo twa mo from phone no even if police che and robber na omo publish here what did they do omo kata nanim but where they politically IGP NDC IGP I'm holding him responsible based he's the leader the bus stop at its end na mo de mo phone e twan wo CID headquarters and civilian bi any ho mutwa wie ya apɛ no na mu phone so as Ghana police service no akoda NDC station.
How do you know say police phone try na dey no?
But listen, come on okoye no. Even busa no lawyer no. You're a journalist. They wasn't able allowed even in lawyers. And my friend Gabi or NP.
So it was just between them and
it was the police and him.
Okay.
And the Kwabena Owusu was a picture no. Na nimu nyina ada ho. You understand? Na nimu nyina ada ho. E den no kan ye. Yes na no na apa. enya come do for the SK and then see here onko tweetuo right ata yi kwa
judge said to me my boy those statements can bring a lot of
entitama omampanyi mahama me papa ejina on mo hwe yen achimfo anim e ka kire yen and Japan fake document omiliki ye say achimfo ye sakawa do you understand that we sakawa omampanyi na o say ya kasa o de eden IP address e be track ye no o ye beneficiary of those bad comment efre yen e ka kire achimfo say the whole achim trap ye sakawa fo enemu achim sakawa right ono omampanyi na kasa ne doba e ofi amano ni besi form a ye man security boy no ho ban e ye Kevin Taylor etimi fa Dr. Mamadu Baumia e woni TV e di prako eto no ho di natam kramoni o wi prako wonim se prako Captain Smart timi tra TV so e no mampanyi to nsa didi a ono mampanyi o man ma opiafo e ka che na Dankwa Akufo-Addo o ye kronfo me so wo ya hwi uti koto you weren't able to come out to condemn it omnante atwa ho ahye nyina ano ya sami gemfi kuna na do ma yen nyakopon kunima yen monsam troni ankasa etimi ba TV so ebunkoto yen ka kire nyakopon se na Dankwa Akufo-Addo e han plane dodo eti nyakopon yen o ma ne boka ofru plane nyama plane hwe from nungu the highest crime in our constitution e ye kam to aban egu kaima ebe kun omampanyi na den afi ho. You
didn't take steps. So or a certain country. No? So he's taking steps to address those things.
So or a certain country na the expecting say when in 2000 right yanka say court at the bench warrant took even tell us so say yen chinemra. Now the bench warrant was still in force. Therefore over jurisdiction you have to arrest one and later on fight for right. But many security how do
you justify that?
Oh no. But you know this. You know this.
I don't know.
When the interior minister came out, when the interior minister came out to told us say, enye ono, and I say obabe some troni, actually say migration, any security for the born hoban. What the chick or the magana for? You understand? Kevin Taylor was able to enter the country. Okodam and hotono. If a lawyer, sign court, cancel 2020 yes bench one tell their man but ye bibi sa nkada de na ebeche yen
all right
mainland the NDC communication officer for Akotia you have seen him on TV on social media a threat a minority leader one whom me papa as azoka a threat minority leader ye petition IGP on it the omo friend no eye de Masaudu de but eye minority leader say ye bekunu no and the party ebo modi petition IGP no IGP NDC IGP wakata na no hu ye
but that's it
but abronya de dey look at what you are treating about
that's it so
senior
mami tio
me di prof ho ya kakra
adai
pa
saying
say political persecution cause under Dana Dankwa Akufo-Addo regime. I pray and hope say magana ni bi enko ne mom ye nya descending mind a mo beka say e kwan a modi anuanom ifaso e ye kwan bono mapani jai but ene say ye site o kan say kura selective you open the case was practical persecution not prosecution as state apparatus for 7 solid years a changing Majape MPP magistrate by PM Otejom was standing parliamentary candidate for MPP say when bias with the opponent no matter the evidence for 7 solid years yenyen kofo anka
we so sama fo anka
when am say all can they o iso no a eya me ya say ya tata wonua for 7 years say when bias with ni betum ye get question hwe kwanya etimodimuli MPP aban adinifaso etimodimuli MPP aban adinifaso empo mira no ye campaign
queen wa be realize the same
yes the biada o magina court no mba yi na sema no hwe kwanya ye faso the prof me ba mami be see for
obo mi India
obo si be di ho ya ba te
obo mi India
to mi wie
okay
kwanya ye de ne faso Okay, yeah, Papa Domlevo. Crow and Associate, or so much Juma, $1 million. Oh, Hunkrata. Or the Assembly Court. I did ye, Nana Nadwa, she say, Papa Domlevo, Uncle Fie. Papa did not send Codan court. In few years, I court in him say, case no buanwa, and was in some sort of timeline. Because upon the pension we are now be ubuanwa, and yet we be. Court in few years, and what he and Obu Akase, or Mampina in ye, now penny pension to fee. And you are Ghana, and Kashi. Okay, open the friend Gigolafoko for 8 years. Or that remind, or Yabuana. Even court, a money bailer. The then administration, Nasa go for the me won't do TV. Because me bon pay say, my yenya attorney general be out says our panel. Gregory Foko, relinquish no
hold on. That's the score. That's what I'm asking. As some Korea who accuse you, these are the same thing people are accusing you.
No, Tia, no, Kessben have demonstrated say they were persecution.
See the perception down there and say
perception be
clear said
we saw said these people were being persecuted.
To allow the court to finish the case.
Court be a court pretend man no post quiet. E do for e friend say I abuzunfie the kano. No post quiet I abuzunfie. I am part of the court process.
Okay.
So attorney general be take say case way I'm discontinuing. The law is the law. So the hypocrisy, munya hypocrisy no. And the law.
Emra.
You can just so.
Emra.
You can just so. I am ra. Enti
Samra Krona so.
Emra
Krona hold on. I'm not for say Emra no ho.
Senior.
But one thing
who say?
Oh, hold on. Nyabotre. Say some Korea na yeka. I can say hold on, mommy. There's something that is called common sense. Perception that people have about their moyeno.
I know your mom would change. Until your mom can say you can argue and talk, but the law is the law.
Okay.
It's not possible.
It's part of the law.
Part of the law.
Yes.
No. You cannot do more.
And
you cannot court.
And a friend is saying,
no, I'm
conflict of interest. So you're part of the law.
Let me demonstrate.
Demonstrate.
It is how and same way in Akoso. Me patcho journalists are demand the MPP.
Yeah.
Benny. He was jailed.
Yeah.
And maybe I say Galamsey fight. Man penini embra. Quite demonstration. Yet you almost say moi. Don't go goom. You chop one you say them say them people in your yasika de mecha. Passing mo munyaka. Voma one in for. Yes, what's our platform? Omukuta friend say fork and knife. They were charged with high treason. Okay, DSP Agozo. Wakuka police structure no and yet he was shot. And you man we man Ghana. See a bekan bia. And you no. Now yembra current case so. And would you want him? And you'll be found your teacher so. I brought you the idea. Or so for you Ghana Hashem come.
Say.
So for penny, oh, that actually for ministry. Or shall come.
Say
someone. What catch I don't know. Or can't toss to meet me. But the young anybody.
And I shall
say, that not so about no Thanksgiving service. Come say. Na main come say or say no.
And
time.
Hold on.
I wish and pray. Send some way. Maybe in Toneda. Say I born you to me jet so. A cast of penny aid. And I said ne.
No.
You see what make but what so I said okay it be queen pastor Miss Olam Amja and I said me dey no ya adwuma na wo ne me rada e ho bufuo beti mama tutu also ya kan say monyanti freedom of speech I Solomon Anane I am 100% in favor of responsible freedom of speech not stupidity.
Thank you. Prof, I want to
just say, I'm saying, I am 100% for responsible freedom of speech.
The gospel
and that should be guaranteed and ensured that every Ghanaian benya kwenya akana sem.
Thank you. Prof, I'm to brief answer.
Let's stop freedom of speech.
Minua solo ofia se no se wadim ho ya na ka pese metie nie ntie wadim ho ya no ba se
also one can you know when de no ba na ye no one to so
can be oh there be I have been very consistent
yes.
too. Even here I can bring out recordings of some of the issues okay no ade anya na enye
na mbusa de say o te say o mu ye ana so manka
ba na de ye o ka se wadim ho ya yi de
in those times
Many of them were persecuted. She wouldn't be able to pay. Yem banks boss prof mamuni. Yem banks bi ho ye be come asem. Ye were reliable information and documents. I'm not you profile all banks in now. Omo no more distressing one. O say ke mo kofi. Ye mu Emma bimu a omunian people check no. You tell
you see Prof, you have the floor. Prof, you have the floor.
Unim me problem. Me problem ne say asem kokota wo hu. Me nka ho asem bio because be subjudice.
Yeah.
Good or bad, that has been our court till today.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, the first time ABC. But what I'm saying is that assembly work court no. Ya enjoy man cause successful end. That's
people have that perception.
A political persecution to my bad enemy chem. That's a not just a
time now. I'll come to Miss Mama Joseph Papa
never did.
Papa too.
Men my game say on my way to Moon. In many and most invariably no who say nipa bebre timi ye niema bi a wonfo hudi depending on where you stand.
Yeah.
I no so kan ho bi no man ntimi nko nanim.
We board the way.
Yes. Because we all there my ban also. Timi ya aban we see so ba na onso aba we fa.
Be in crop we free.
So ya so even to the point to say we mo kan nyina achi no. Sometimes we are hearing something like say you scratch my back and I scratch your back. What do you say?
But the law should be the law.
But the law should be the law. Because Sadio because we I can't be na Emma or mine to me because Saint Francis was ya dear no. Na say in the next 4 or 5 years, and I say 8 years, we be you be over Kabia man into obey ya. That's within 8 years. No him niema with my and say busy abo man for. Niema edi nyapa. Last but time can say Attorney General Canadian Attorney General. When say man ticket. When ya traffic offense, no man ticket $300. Or picking phone friend officer. Kekentino. Yes, I can.
Why should they have to call?
When you say beer or fresh you or pick a friend, yes, I can.
And fast some no crown.
Emma, the license cross a lawyer crown. Dear Jeffrey, this is what it is.
Yeah, the law should be the law.
The law should be the law. But I had here Obaha.
The law is not the law.
Rana is announcing 10 times.
It should be
a track is here, a drink to a neck jacket.
Anyway,
and it's not helping us.
All right.
Sadia never cause I tell you, say it will continue like that.
All right.
Because the country will continue to decline.
All right.
Now, why?
That's it.
Because you say, anybody will you, your man, I will know about. We are no musician.
I'm being a cashier.
One by a cashier, but it's in the young fan fat to papa to a home. As one power, much my beginners, I can see a papa no near. All right. Say no to me.
That's it.
Unia a year Frederick Addy. That year so summer that year so member of parliament. Also Charles. But Maryland and Mimia, yen Saturday straight. Movement. Our front of all. But yen Saturday straight. But ye criminal level on a fee. Any the alternative buyer. Your friend say a civilian or civil level. It's a IGP. No, because you say Chrome for. Don't use the state machineries. the state
fight the
apparatus
person.
to fight the person.
Because you have advantage.
Go to court, sue the person, clear your name.
That's a court nekoy.
Look at the procedure.
It's in court.
The
And why
fight
do you
now.
blame the IGP now?
The fight now is just like IGP no to me. And me chop baby, me chop baby.
Justice Otin no say. Justice Otin no say. Ebia ban the previous regime no or sentence a man for maybe 2 months 2 weeks.
No ye jano. But Azoka call ye. We did 10 minutes. Also omoche Azoka. We did 10 minutes. And the police as Ocho then. Ocho statement. Ocho statement we are money bill. The NDC national chairman. Upon the kind of no, or coin of 20 statement in a money bill. I bring your money bill no, then can lawyers. Yet the no swap would judge out you know say where you bill amo. Come share But I say table 10.
Harry, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Harry. Na meda Harry. Yes, Solo.
On a more serious note. Keoduti.
Hey.
Keoduti.
Me too.
On a more serious note. Won't say law no should be applied equally.
That one I agree.
That's what everybody's calling for.
That's what I'm advocating.
Sign invite you. Me, I'm worried. I am worried in the sense say enkwada ediechi. Edian
any echro.
Me sankanye nyuma ene sorry ni ade and na omo means of communication. What's happening to them now? Come free social media in also.
All right.
Because you mama moi chief phone so many ADD attempt can some what future do we have? That's been your work.
Thank you. Me here. Solo me time na so mo pam me. Thank you very much, Mr. Joseph Amwa. Ono a senior member movement for change. Solomon Anane a Ashanti regional executive member of the NDC. Adoya Harry Ojabane Tafren, Western North Regional Communications Director for the NPP Nafe, Professor Smasapon, Director Research Innovation and Development, Kumasi Technical University, Medini Kwabena Owusu Dankwa, Madam Yana Shej Media de Breo, technical handlers in the Edas Metama. So thank you very much, Medina AC, Yatwaso El Hanum. That's it.